How do you prepare or practice for an interview when you don't know what questions they're going to ask?
Right. Yeah. So it's like a standardized test in a way. Your job is to know the material so you can be ready regardless of the individual questions. Most interviewers, especially in a first round, ask some combination of the following. One, tell me about your background. Two, tell me something you're proud of. Three, tell me about a challenge or conflict you faced and how you handled it. Four, why this position? And five, what are your goals for the next 5 or 10 years? It behooves you to have answers prepared for these questions. So think through your background and determine what examples you have. When you're nervous, sometimes your mind goes blank in the moment. Be authentic to the conversation, but have a few stories polished and ready to go. As I said before, keep your responses concise. And for me, that is particularly challenging, especially on that first tell me about yourself question, because that could mean so many things. I also tend to ramble when I'm nervous. So I have to correct myself and give a short explanation of what I did and what I'm currently doing. Interesting as it may be, you can skip the full life story here.
Well, I need to make sure I remember to do that because I also just ramble. I just get nervous and I will ramble. That is something I specifically need to work on. So let's get into it. What is the best way to answer a question like, tell me about yourself?
Yeah, so for a recent graduate, it might be something like I studied X at University Y with a particular interest in Z. I really care about A, so I'm looking for an entry level role doing B to hone my skills and grow in the field. Company C caught my attention because your work aligns with my goals. For someone with more of a work history, I recommend summarizing the last role or two, depending on length of tenure. And you should still offer some explanation of your goals and the direction you want to go. This looks more like for the past X years, I've served as the Y at company Z, where we do A. I've learned so much in this role about B and C that I'm ready to take my career to the next level. I'm looking for D roles in this industry, and I hope to continue serving customers on an even larger scale. Something like that, like 3 to 4 sentences with keywords in there about your skills, your passions, or both. Companies have to perfect their elevator pitches. Consider this your personal elevator pitch.
I love that. And I love that you used a formula in a way. You explained it in a formulaic way because that is something that I always get confused about is that in math, if you mess up the formula, you mess up the whole answer. And so I love that you put a quick little formula in there just so we can get an idea. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And so part of that is because I don't know our listeners' background. So rather than giving an example that I'm making up, I'm just kind of letting you plug and play with what I'm working on.
Hey, the Excel spreadsheet and Google person in me loves it. So thank you. Thank you for making this easy to understand for me.